Yogi Adityanath will be back as Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, the BJP decided in its legislature meeting in Lucknow today. He was elected the head of the legislature party ahead of his swearing-in ceremony tomorrow. A crucial meeting was held at the Uttar Pradesh BJP office before the BJP MLA meeting. Central party observers, Home Minister Amit Shah and former Jharkhand Chief Minister Raghubar Das were also present in the meeting. Chief Minister designate Yogi Adityanath, State Party Chief Swatantra Dev Singh, BJP National Vice President Radha Mohan Singh, Dinesh Sharma and Keshav Prasad Maurya were also present at the high-level meeting. Yogi Adityanath, who led his party to a thumping victory in the recently concluded assembly elections, will be the first Chief Minister in the last 37 years to return to power after completing a full term in the state. Moving on to the next news, the Supreme Court has transferred the case against Param Bir Singh to the Central Bureau of Investigation. We are not saying Param Bir Singh is a whistleblower or that anyone involved is innocent. The disturbing scenario presented before this court deserves inquiry, the top court said, declining to interfere with the former Mumbai top cop's suspension by the state government. This is not a reflection on the police of Maharashtra, which is respected, but a troubling scenario among the higher echelons. We cannot accept the argument that when a person in power loses power, then persons below him come out and file FIRs. We do believe there is some interconcerted efforts being made which requires investigation by an agency outside the state police, the top court said, handing over the reins of the probe to the Central Investigative Agency. We are of the opinion that the state itself should have offered for an investigation to be carried out. Exigencies and advancement of fair play require investigation to be transferred to the CBI, the court said. Moving on to the next news, Mamata Banerjee today visited a village in Bengal's Birbhum where 8 people, all women and children, were burnt alive by a mob on Tuesday and said the suspects would be hunted down if they did not surrender. Battling a furious political backlash over the savage killings and accused by the opposition BJP of condoning political violence, the Chief Minister also alleged that something big was behind the incident. I never believed something so barbaric can happen in modern Bengal. Mothers and children were killed. Your family members died, but my heart has been crushed, Mamata Banerjee said, surrounded by the family members and relatives of those killed besides villagers. Alleging a bigger conspiracy, she called for stringent action and said the police would investigate the killings from all angles. Moving on to the next news. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged NATO on Thursday to provide Kyiv with unrestricted military aid 1 month into Russia's invasion of Ukraine. To save people and our cities, Ukraine needs military assistance without restrictions, in the same way that Russia is using its full arsenal without restrictions against us, he told NATO representatives via video link. Zelensky also accused Russia of deploying phosphorus weapons, which spread a powder that ignites when in contact with oxygen and causes severe burns. This morning, by the way, phosphorus bombs were used, Russian phosphorus bombs. Adults were killed again and children were killed again, Zelensky said. Moving on to the next news, Mahendra Singh Dhoni has handed over the captaincy reins of Chennai Super Kings to Ravindra Jadeja ahead of the start of the 15th season of the Indian Premier League. The development comes just 2 days before CSK opened their campaign against Kolkata Knight Riders in Mumbai in the season opener at Wankhede Stadium. MS Dhoni has decided to hand over the leadership of Chennai Super Kings and picked Ravindra Jadeja to lead the team, stated an official CSK release. Dhoni will continue to represent Chennai Super Kings this season and beyond, the release added.